I made $94,000 in 11 days because a man in a $4,000 suit told me I did not understand how business worked. I own a cold storage warehouse on the edge of town. My father built it in 1987. It is not pretty. The walls are old, the refrigeration units are loud. 3 different developers had tried to buy it from me in 5 years, and I had said no every time because something told me to wait. I did not know what I was waiting for until February. A distribution company moved into the industrial park 2 blocks from me. They were big, national contracts, refrigerated goods. They needed overflow cold storage immediately because their own facility was not built yet. Their logistics director showed up at my door on a Tuesday morning. His name was Greg. He had a company car and a firm handshake, and he looked around my warehouse the way people look at something they have already decided is beneath them. He offered me $1,800 a month for a 12-month lease. I told him I needed to think about it. He smiled slowly and said, "I would not think too long. There are not a lot of options out here, and you do not really look like you understand what this kind of opportunity means for a place like this." He tapped the wall twice, like he was checking if it was real. Then he left. I stood in my warehouse for about 4 minutes. Then I called every other cold storage facility within 60 miles. Every single one was at full capacity. The new residential developments had pushed out 2 smaller warehouses the year before. Greg's company had nowhere else to go, and Greg did not know that I knew that. I called a commercial property attorney that afternoon. I had never used one before. She spent 40 minutes walking me through emergency short-term commercial leasing rates for specialized storage in a supply-constrained market. The number she gave me was not $1,800 a month. The number she gave me was $4,200 per week. I called Greg the next morning. I told him I had done some thinking. I told him my short-term emergency rate for refrigerated overflow storage was $4,200 per week, with a minimum booking of 4 weeks. I told him I required full payment upfront. Greg laughed. He actually laughed. He said, "Renee, that is not how this industry works." I said, "Greg, I have 3 other inquiries this week." I did not have 3 other inquiries. I had 0 other inquiries. But Greg did not know that, and Greg could not verify it before his deadline. He called back in 4 hours. He said his company would take 8 weeks. He asked if I could do $4,000 even per week to make the numbers cleaner on his end. I said I could do $4,000 per week for a 10-week commitment. He said, "Fine." $32,000 hit my account the next morning as the first installment. I used some of it to service the refrigeration units I had been putting off for 2 years. The technician said they were in better shape than most facilities twice my age. Greg's company ended up needing 14 weeks total because their facility build ran long. They asked for an extension at week 10. I gave them the extension at $4,500 per week because the market rate had moved, and I had an attorney who could document that it had. Total paid to me across 14 weeks was $94,000. My father paid off that warehouse in 1999. I have never had a mortgage on it. Greg sent a professional email at the end, thanking me for my flexibility and professionalism. I replied that it had been a pleasure. Then I called my attorney and asked her what else I should know about my property. She told me about mineral assessment rights on commercial land in this county. We have another meeting next week. The walls are still old. The units are still loud. I am not selling.